what's up? How are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another celebrity recreation makeup tutorial. Today we are doing one on this look, which is inspired by Chantel Jeffries. I think that her go-to look is always kind of really natural, no makeup, very freckly and fresh, but when she does do a look, it's still wearable and kind of effortless looking. It's usually like really dramatic eyes with still fresh, dewy skin, which you guys know that I am all about. So if you are interested, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you guys can stay up to date whenever I upload new videos. And don't forget to come follow me on Instagram because that is where you guys will find me when I'm not on my channel. And if you have any questions throughout the tutorial, feel free to leave them, and yeah, we'll get into the tutorial now. So we're starting off with primer. I'm using the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer just because I have a lot of issues going on today. Yeah, it's like still lingering right there. It was like this big though, guys, and then I had like a bunch of little eczemas around here and like some pimples from the eczema. It was not cool. Let's start off with the eyes because we are doing a smokier look. So I'm actually gonna start off by just popping some concealer. This is the MAC 24-hour concealer. So I'm just gonna press that into the eyelid. For eyeshadows today, we're using the very exciting Bobbi Brown Nude on Nude Bronzed Nudes eyeshadow palette. I haven't used this one yet, but thought it would be perfect for today's look. All right, so the shade Bone, just to set the concealer so it's not tacky. This really will just help everything blend out better too. Next, we're going in with the shade Buff, and that's gonna go in the crease. This will be our transition shade. It just helps everything blend out a lot easier. So now I'm gonna mix the shades Frappe and Milk Chocolate on a blending brush. Just really going back and forth like this so that I get an even amount of both. And I'm gonna start applying this into the crease. Just lightly, kind of working at it. Now, Chantel has a lot bigger eyes than I do, and her eyes aren't hooded like mine, so I'm kind of customizing this look to be more suited for a hooded eye. Whereas if you don't have hooded eyes, it's gonna look a lot more similar to hers on your eye than it will on mine. Just really taking my time and nestling the brush in the crease of the eye so that I get the most pigment there. Pushing it in the crease and then rocking it back and forth. And then on a flat brush, I'm taking that black chocolate shade and I'm gonna pack this all over the lid from the outer corner and the crease, but I'm leaving the front part of the lid blank. That's where we're gonna put a shimmery shadow, so just kind of avoid the front part of the lid, but you're just patting it in place. And really, guys, this is a soft, diffused look, so you don't want to go in too heavy. Then we're going in with the shade Chocolate Truffle, and that's gonna go on the lid. I might actually just use my finger. So then we're gonna take the shade Chocolate Truffle on our finger, because that's how you get the best payoff with this shimmery shadow, and just press that on the lid. Kind of blend that into the outer corner so that they mesh. And then I'm just kind of blending everything back in a little bit. Now I'm going to be mixing the Milk Blur Foundation with the Beachy 89 Mineral Booster. One pump right there. The Milk Blur Foundation. Just until you get something like this. And then I'm going to pick it up on my beauty blender and just start applying it to the skin. Time for concealer. We're going to be mixing two different shades of the MAC 24-Hour Studio Fix concealer. I'm mixing NC30 and NC42. NC30 for brightening and kind of to use as a liquid highlight. I'm gonna do that down the nose. I'm also gonna just brighten like right here. And NC42 for some coverage under the eyes. So while I'm waiting for my concealer to sink in, I'm gonna fill in my brows. This is my Anastasia brow pencil, and I'm just gonna give the brows a little bit of shape. And then I'm just taking my beauty blender to just blend all this concealer in. So now I'm just taking a clean brush, but I'm kind of blending the shadows where they meet the concealer, just so that there aren't any harsh lines. You can just soften all these little spots, you know, just so everything looks nice and blended in those areas. So now I'm going to be taking the MAC Hyper Real foundation. This one is in Bronze FX, and what I like to do is get some product on the back of my hand, just like that, and then on my beauty blender I'm gonna, well, first what I do is kind of like spread it around with my finger so that I have more product kind of spread further, and then just kind of roll the sponge on it. That way you don't have too much product on any part of the sponge. And then we're gonna press this all over the skin. Just kind of lightly tapping it all over. And this won't disturb your foundation or break it up. It just sits on top really sheer. Put some on the chest too, just so that the skin is dewy as well. To bronze the skin, I'm gonna be using the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Ipanema Sun. And this is a Laura Mercier finishing brush. I really like this for applying bronzer. I feel like you get a really airbrushed, diffused look. I'm just gonna lightly, and you guys can see, look at the way the bronzer goes on top of that MAC Hyperreal. It doesn't cling in any of the patches. If anything, it makes the bronzer glide on even better. So I'm just bronzing up the skin. And I'm also gonna take the bronzer down the neck too. For blush, I think she's just wearing something soft, fleshy, nude, because it's neither here nor there in terms of like pink or peach. So I'm gonna use Dallas from Benefit, just because this is a good go-to, especially with smoky looks. This is a great blush. Now to give the skin a little bit more of a highlight, I'm gonna use the Pixi by Petra Glowy Gossamer Duo. The pink one fell out. This is the Delicate Dew one, and I'm just gonna use this to kind of really buff that highlight into the skin. Now that we've got the face pretty much under control, we can start finishing off the eyes. I'm gonna take a black pencil liner. This one is from NARS. And I'm gonna use this to tightline and waterline my eye. In this look, Chantel has a really smudgy, like heavy lower lash line. It's very smoked out and it's quite a thick line. So I'm gonna be using this Buxom, I think this is called the Smoky Kajal powder liner, which makes it a little bit easy to smudge out. So I'm gonna take this, and what I'm gonna do is just like lightly press this along top lash line. You're gonna wanna do one eye at a time because this does set. Even though it says it's like a powder, it's kind of tacky. You guys will see what I mean if you go and play around with it at Sephora or Ulta, but it's kind of tacky, and I really like the formula of this because you can like smudge it and smoke it out. I'm gonna take this liner and I'm gonna smudge it on the lower lash line. I want to also use the tip of the product to really get like in between the lashes. And then take your smudging brush, this one's from It Cosmetic, and you're just gonna smudge out that kajal. Seriously, like look how fast this smudges. It's a really amazing eyeliner. Like look, so nice. I'm gonna also pick up a little bit of that black chocolate shade and use that to just like further smoke that lash line out. Then I'm going back in with this NARS pencil and just dotting it along the lower lash line, making sure that I get the product in between each and every lash, because I really want it to be ultra black. I don't want there to be any skin showing in between the lashes. To set my eyebrows today, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Arch Brow Gel. I like using the longer sides of the bristles just because I feel like I get a better comb through on the brows. So I'm going to quickly set my face before we do the mascara because I don't want the lashes to fall. I'm using the, why did I just hit it? I'm using the Lancome Fix It and Forget It Makeup Mist. So for mascara, we're gonna be doing a little bit of a combo. I'm gonna start off with the Get Big Lashes from Essence. This is one of my favorites. I just like to apply this as my base because it's waterproof. So I just kind of roll it on my lashes and get them all coated in the waterproof goodness. And then on top, I'm gonna use the Bare Minerals Love Every Lash Mascara. This one's got a nice tinier wand and it's really nice just getting every single lash because it's so small, even those little itty bitty baby ones on the outer and inner corners. Also gonna pop this on the lower lashes. Now we finish off with lip, and she has a really peachy, glossy, but sheer looking nude. It kind of, like you can tell she's wearing something, but at first glance it doesn't look like she's wearing anything at all. So I'm gonna start off with Strip Down from MAC. This is just a great nude lip pencil. For lip color, I'm using Nude Honey from the Revlon Plumping Kiss lip. Now this is pretty opaque. It's not super sheer, but if you just use a little bit, you can sheer it out. All right, guys, let's make sure that I don't have lipstick on my teeth. All right, guys, so this is the finished Chantel Jeffries makeup look. I love this look. When I saw it, I knew I wanted to do a tutorial on it for you guys. I will have the makeup artist linked and listed in the description box down below. I will also have all of the products that I used linked and listed in the description box. I will also have my Snapchat, my Instagram, and my Twitter. You guys know that's where you guys can find me. Mostly Instagram though, let's be real, that's where I always am. And I think that's everything I wanted to say. If you guys recreate this look, I really would love to see photos of it. It makes my day when you guys tag me in recreations. I think it's so fun. If you have any questions about techniques or products, hit me up in the comments down below. But as always, I would love if you guys would just leave a comment and talk to me because I love talking to you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye guys!